excitement here in Seattle. All right, everyone, welcome. This is Solavei's Live at 5 social happening all across the United States. In fact, right here in our corporate offices here in Seattle, we're overlooking beautiful, beautiful Seattle, Washington. It's a gorgeous day here. I love this time of year. In fact, have a big number of our employees are here actually watching the social here tonight, as well as I know so many of our members across the United States, everywhere from coffee shops. In fact, just do a quick shout out, I know Margarita Paradise in Kansas City, Ricardo Gloria, and an incredible, incredible group of members there in Kansas City. I know in homes and offices all across the United States, thousands of our Solavei members are here together tonight, as well as so many of you that I'd like to welcome that are hearing about Solavei for the very first time. My name is Ryan Wuerch. I'm the founder and CEO of Solavei, and hopefully over the course of the next just few minutes that I have an opportunity to share with you why I'm so excited and why literally hundreds of thousands of people have been excited about Solavei in just a short period of time, because we're doing what's never been done before. I hope all of you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know we did here in the Pacific Northwest, and really excited about all that happened even through the course of Memorial Day weekend, seeing how many members across the United States said yes to Solavei and getting the incredible value and great benefit for being a part of this great brand. And you know, here at Solavei, we have built everything around one of the key trends that is taking place not only here in the United States, but really on a global macro basis, where we've seen social media has changed the way we act, the way we interact, the way we take in information, and the way we share information. And we've really built a platform, a technology that has never been brought to the market before to enable you as individuals, millions of people, to be able to benefit from the very thing that we use every day. And before we get started, I'd like to just give a couple shout outs, being that, you know, today we are being seen as one of the fastest growing, one of the very best social commerce, social networks that is in the market today. I'd like to give a shout out to a couple of our members. Patty Jefferson, I want to say how much I love that you're a part of Solavei. I want to thank you for posting such great ideas for conversation starters on sharing Solavei's with those that is closest to you. Thank you for doing that. Keep doing that. Becky Banks, I want to thank you for being so supportive of our Solavei members. I love your enthusiasm. I love your support of the entire Solavei member base on social, and frankly, you being the brand each and every day, like you and literally hundreds of thousands of Solavei members that have made Solavei already what it is today. You know, I've been in the technology and telecommunications industry now for a better part of 20 plus years. I've had the great fortune to be a part of several great companies. My last company that I founded with an idea of creating a global leader in mobile data services and solutions. I grew that company over about a 10-year period, took it into the capital markets, and ultimately took that company to over $1.2 billion in value. And it was in 2011 that I stepped away. And I got to tell you that today, being a part of Solavei, part of something that is positively impacting so many people's lives, I have never been more enthused and more excited about being a part of a company as I am today with Solavei. And you know, if you even think about how others are seeing it today, last week we were giving the great honor of being named Red Herring 100. What Red Herring 100 is every year Red Herring announces they study thousands upon thousands of private technology companies, biotech companies across the United States and around the world, and identify the 100 best companies that they believe is going to set trends and is going to be the companies that ultimately set markets. Some of the past Red Herring winners has been eBay and PayPal and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and a myriad of other companies that are household names to you today. Well, great news, last week Solavei was named a Red Herring 100. It's you, our members, that have made this company successful. It's great to see that our technology and everything that we're all doing together is being recognized by so many great people outside of the company. You know, you step back and you look at, you know, what is Solavei? If you're hearing about it and seeing this for the very first time, you know, I'll never forget at the end of 2011 when I had the vision for this company, and we started building architecture, and we started laying out what some of the technology roadmap would be for the company. And I had the I'd say one of the great things for me personally is where I saw individuals that had already reached great level of success, building multi-billion-dollar companies in technology, telecommunications, e-commerce, retail, financial services, leaving their companies to actually join and be a part of Solavei to help create this technology, help create this company. And it was really all stemmed because of the vision of this company was to positively impact millions of people's lives, all around a mission that would be making commerce less expensive yet profitable. And to let you know what that means is I'd like to maybe draw an example that I use a lot, which is Costco. Costco's here located and was headquartered here in the Pacific Northwest, here in the Seattle area. Brotman and Senegal, the founders of Costco, had a simple idea. They said, what if we take the collective buying power of millions of people, our members, and use that as leverage to drive prices down in bulk goods and services providers, and then pass those savings along to our members? Well, do you realize here at Solavei, we're doing the exact same thing, except we're not sending people to a warehouse or to a bricks and mortar environment. We said, you know what if we use technology? What if we use the whole dynamic around social media today and mobile today to do that very same thing, to pass those savings along to our members, except take it one step further and looking that today there's $110 billion being spent on advertising each and every year. And I don't know how many times you've actually bought something because you saw it on a billboard, or how many times you go out and buy something because you heard it on the radio or you saw it advertised on television. Frankly, I don't care for any of the television commercials anymore. I think most of us today are, in fact, probably DVRing things and skipping right through the commercials. That's wasted billions of dollars. So what if we take those billions of dollars and move it to the greatest advertising voice known to man, and that's people? In fact, Nielsen, one of the great research firms, said that 97% of people actually buy something because someone that they trust shared with them something of value and quality. I think probably yourself, the place you probably get your hair cut, or your favorite restaurant, or the places you shop, most likely came because a friend told you about it. Well, what we did is we said, we're going to create a technology, and this is exactly what we did. We created the very first social commerce platform. And I won't talk about all the technology and all the intellectual property that's been invested into the tens of millions of dollars that's been invested in building this technology and the platform for your benefit. But it really does four things. One, it enables our members to pay less for goods and services. Number two, it enables our members to pay less for goods and services that they're already buying each and every day. And how we do that is we said, can we take the primary things that you see on your monthly bill? When you woke up on May 1st and you looked at your budget for this month, these aren't the nice to have, it's the things that sit right there. So it's your mobile bill, your energy bill, it's your cable bill, it's your insurance bill, the things that are there every single month. Can we take the collective buying power of millions of people and use that as leverage to drive prices down on all of our common bills that we have on a monthly basis? And we said, how do we do that is using social media, social commerce, where today we have taken and put all of our members, the hundreds of thousands of people that have already come to Solavei in a very short period of time, have come here because of someone else that they know. In fact, you see the tagline of Solavei says, powered by relationships. Every person, the hundreds of thousands are here because someone shared with them about Solavei. We said if we can now take and galvanize all of these members, friends, together, and knowing that we all have some of the same behavioral buying traits, meaning we all have mobile phones, we all have energy bills, we all have cable bills, we can use that at that point now to actually drive prices down to where number four happens, where our members save and they earn when they share with others. How we've done that is we've created the very first social commerce network. And what that is where Solavei today is leveraging the power of social media, the social graph, Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Google+, to facilitate the buying and selling of goods and services, the things we're already buying every day, and then directly rewarding those individuals, our members, who are participating in that economic exchange. So when we were starting the company, we said, what's the very best service to start with? No different than Jeff Bezos at Amazon. Back in 1995, he had a list of 20 things he could have started with, but he said, I got to start with one thing. So what did he start with? He started with books. I think all of us today see that Amazon was far more than books. They built a distribution platform, one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world. If you look at what he started with and where they are today, it's the same thing. We said we have to start someplace. So here's what we did. We said we're going to start with the one thing that's actually ubiquitous here in the United States, meaning almost everybody has one. 300 million mobile phone users in the United States today, over 5 billion around the world. If you walk out today outside, almost everyone you know is going to have a phone. So we said, back to our mission of making commerce less expensive, we can take this platform and negotiate a deal with one of the largest mobile operators, one of the top 4 mobile operators, where we can provide nationwide 4G coverage, 4G environment, unlimited text, data, voice, and then drive prices down. We create an immediate economic benefit to our members, meaning making commerce less expensive. So here's what we did. We actually had the largest mobile operators in the United States in early 2012 vigorously competing to be the exclusive behind Solavei's platform. We ultimately chose T-Mobil, nationwide 4G, unlimited text, data, voice, and I'll just tell you myself personally, I was spending $130 a month with my iPhone with AT&T. Not anymore. In fact, today I pay $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Same great quality, same great service. In fact, I turn my phone on, the top left it says Solavei, it's a Solavei network, and I've got full coverage here on my phone, but I love $49 a lot more than I was paying at $130. Now, the main reason we start with mobile is not just because there's 300 million people using it in the United States, but the main reason is because it would create a communication conduit for every other key service and every other key good that Solavei would bring to its members. So if you think today, the hundreds of thousands of people that are already using Solavei for their mobile service provider, what happens is when we bring the next good, the next service to our members, we bring it directly to their phone that they've already got, and collectively you can use that leverage that we all have together to drive those prices down for each one of us that are members of Solavei. Starting first with mobile, moving to energy, to primary goods and services, to financial services, to insurance. We began today with mobile. And here's what happens is those goods and services will come through the Solavei platform, social commerce platform, then moves into the network, and the network isn't technology, it's people. It's our members, by the hundreds of thousands. You realize today, in just 18 months, we've paid over $25 million to our members, all because they're the ones sharing Solavei's mobile service with their friends and their family. And how we've done that is we've created a very simple platform to enable our members to do that. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about 3 key things, and I've talked about this for a very, very long time. 1, get in. Number 2, get social. And number 3, get free. What does get in mean? Get in means do what over 300,000 people have already done, and what they've said yes to in the last 18 months. They said yes to Solavei's mobile service, $39 and $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide mobile service. What's great is success in life typically gets created when individuals can identify how to meet a need where there is a vast need that needs to be fulfilled. And here's what's happened here is here in the United States today, $71 is the average mobile service price for all phones. So it means the dumb phones to the smartphones, all phones. But today, $93 is the average U.S. smartphone mobile services bill today. And that means if you go out today, that's 7 out of 10 people that you see on the street or in the mall or at your office or at the restaurant, 7 out of 10 people are going to be spending more than $39 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, which means you have the opportunity, just by simply sharing Solavei with them, for them to get a better price. In the process, see this entire economic exchange begin to happen. We created a very simple system to enable that to happen. We took mobile service, we took the social graph, all the social networks that are there, we created our platform and put it directly in the center of both of those things to where it's very easy by clicking basically share on Facebook or share on Twitter or sending out, like you see right in front of you here, one of the social commercials where all you got to do is simply share it, because you're today connected, most likely all of you are connected to hundreds, some of you thousands of people socially today through the social networks, to where you never know which friend it is that's looking for mobile service today or looking for a better price, that because you happen to be the one that shares with them Solavei. That's what's already happened to hundreds of thousands of people in Solavei by simply sharing it. Every single time someone comes in and enrolls, because of you, $5 a month is going to get reduced directly from your bill. So instead of $39 a month, you're paying $34. Instead of $34, you're paying $29. What I love is the tens of thousands of people already in Solavei is paying a lot less than they would have been otherwise, and so many by the thousands of people that have free mobile service, all because they simply shared Solavei with others. We make that incredibly easy that, today I like to say we have hundreds of thousands of distribution points that every time someone comes through the enrollment process by getting their mobile phone, getting integrated into the social community, getting integrated into the social banking environment of Solavei, which all happens in less than 5 minutes and 30 seconds, that when somebody clicks on a link, maybe you saw it on Facebook and click that solavei.com / that username of that member that had that graphic up on Facebook or on Twitter or sent the email commercial, they're going to get brought directly back in, that person seeing is going to get brought directly back into the site that is all about them, that when somebody goes through and actually enrolls, they're getting the credit for it. What also is amazing with this is that that's only one part of it. And if you compare that, that part of getting your mobile service, that's no different than you getting your AT&T, your Sprint, your Boost, your TracFone, whatever mobile service provider you're with today. With Solavei, not only is it less, but it's so much more that's attached with it, because we're taking all of the traditional advertising dollars that are being spent today. In fact, mobile operators last year spent over $7 billion in advertising, sales, and marketing to get their brand out there. We're saying we're taking those dollars and moving them to people by driving price down, as well as moving those dollars that we would have spent on advertising directly to people. At the end of your first week coming into Solavei, we're also going to send you something else, and it's a Solavei Visa card. And here is this Solavei Visa card, is where you can use it to get cash out at ATMs, write a check on it, use it anywhere Visa is accepted. But here's what's so unique about it, is it really becomes this economic engine where we as a company said, this is where I believe someday we're going to have billions of dollars sitting on these Solavei cards, not just here in the United States, but around the world, to Solavei's members, which I believe will have tens of millions of members a part of Solavei. So what happens is you come into Solavei because of the value, $39 or $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. You like the value, you like the quality. You end up clicking share on Facebook, share on Twitter. You end up sending out some of the social commercials. You end up having some of your friends watch, socials.solavei.com like you're watching it tonight. And so what happens is now you share, so you see others start enrolling. Well, now you're earning. Well, that over $25 million has been placed directly on these Solavei Visa cards by the hundreds of thousands across the country. Now, for us as a company, it's back. Remember that communication conduit. How can we use that collective leverage and buying power to now where we can say, how do we make those dollars go further? That $25 million and everything else that is disposable income for households across the country. Well, this is now where we create a Solavei Marketplace, where we now have over 16,000 small and medium businesses, over 400 e-commerce sites, the majority of the top 30 national retail brands, the very places you're going to get groceries, you're going to the coffee shop, you're going to get your gasoline, your favorite department stores are partners and integrated with Solavei. So you go and shop like you normally would every single day because you're a Solavei member and you use your Solavei card. Those merchants, because again, that loyalty base, they're wanting people coming to them. They now pay back to our Solavei members a portion of that purchase. And I love seeing the posts on Facebook. I love seeing somebody using their Solavei card at a gas station or using it to get their favorite coffee, and the barista standing there behind them and say, you know what, I just bought my latte and 38 cents was just put back on my Solavei card, or the grocery store where I just bought $140 and $14.80 was put back on my Solavei card, all because I'm a member of Solavei. Does your mobile service provider do that for you? That's all the part of the getting in. And I know the person that shared with you Solavei tonight can share with you so much more than I am right now. But I got to tell you, there's never a better company to get in with, which leads to the Getting Social. The Getting Social is where we built an engine, a platform, where it's all about our members being connected to each other. The community of Solavei through My Solavei is now where once you're enrolled with Solavei, everyone that's in Solavei is associated and attached to the community itself. All the activity that takes place on a daily basis, where you're sitting maybe today at your office and a little notification comes up on the middle of your phone that happens to say, John just enrolled with Solavei, congratulations. Well, John's a friend of yours, and you didn't even know they were enrolling today, but they needed mobile service, and so they got it with Solavei. Well, now you're probably wanting to go into the dashboard of Solavei to be able to see all the other activity that's happening and other friends that are joining, because what that means is economic benefit, not just for you, but also something you shared with a friend that they're seeing great value for themselves. All of this happens every day because our members are continually being the brand of Solavei. You see these Solavei up in front of you, and I love this. Wherever we go, we love being proud about Solavei and showing the banner Solavei. Over 2 billion impressions have happened by our members in Solavei because they're continually sharing Solavei with others. We could let this go on and on and on for the next hour or so. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of posts on Facebook where our members are sharing publicly about Solavei. And here's what's so cool is, I'll never forget even myself. I was the morning of the Los Angeles Marathon. There was a police officer standing there, the beautiful skyline of Los Angeles there that morning, and I wanted to take the picture with the skyline in the background, holding my Solavei sign, my Solavei up sign, handed it to the police officer, and had him use my phone to take the picture so I could post it on Facebook. What do you think the police officer's response was after he took the picture? What is Solavei? Well, do you realize that same question that happened to me that morning is what's happened by literally the thousands to our members? We have so many stories where we have new Solavei members, all because they handed a phone was handed to them to take a picture, and they said, "What is Solavei?" And the next thing you knew had a new Solavei member. But this is all because of the pride and our members being social with Solavei, which leads me to Get Free. The more social you are, the more that it leads to you getting free mobile service. But free goes so much further than just free mobile service, or the other services we'll have within Solavei. I like to say free is the short version of freedom. Because of social and because of the power of social growth, we have built a system to enable individuals to really pick what you want. This isn't just about a few like Mark Zuckerberg and the few founders of Facebook and some of the employees of Facebook benefiting because of the growth that's there. We built this company all to be about positively impacting millions of people's lives. Why we spent and invested tens of millions of dollars is to enable our members to be the ones that benefit with the growth of this company. First with Solavei Referral Pay, every single time a new member comes to Solavei, it's our members who are getting rewarded from it every single month because they're the brand of Solavei. But we've taken it so much further than that. That is only one aspect of what we call our compensation system, to where the second portion of it, and there is no membership fee to be involved with Solavei. It's just start using Solavei's mobile service and start sharing it. But what we put together is called Path Pay, is where you can pick how much you want to share. You can pick how far you want to take this, whether it's $100 a month or $250 a month or $500 a month or $1,000 a month. And I'll give you an example of that is you may, over the course of the next 2, 3, 4 months, you might share Solavei to where maybe 15 people, friends of yours, like $39 and $49 a month themselves. But what happens is it typically doesn't stop there. That's the power of social, as we've all seen it grow. I never in a million years would have imagined I would have thousands upon thousands of friends connected to me on Facebook. I don't have that many friends, so I thought. But I actually do because of the power of social, just like you do today, probably with hundreds that are associated, and some of you the thousands that have connections socially today. But if that network grows beyond you to 350 people, you're making $1,000 a month. We have people all throughout the company making $1,000 a month, making $2,500 a month, making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, over $20,000 a month. We have one young lady, over 100,000 people in her network, all because she's continued to share Solavei. I think like 100 people she's personally talked to and she's personally enrolled in Solavei. But that now has grown to over 100,000 people because what did those people do? They started sharing too, and we built the system, the technology to make it very easy to happen. She makes over $20,000 a month because of that. Show you the power of social and how this works. Let's just say week 1, you enroll with Solavei, you get your mobile service. You happen to share it where one of your friends enrolls in Solavei as well. You have 2 people. Week 2, you just share it with one person. But your friend does the same thing. You now have 4. Week 3, you share with one person. Those same people that have already enrolled do the same thing. They just enroll 1. You now have 8. Week 4, you enroll 1. They do the same thing. You now have 16. If that process continued week by week for 15 straight weeks, each person just enrolling one person, do you realize at the end of just 15 weeks you had over 30,000 people? Now, that's how today Facebook has over 1.4 billion people because everyone daily was still referring and sharing Facebook with others. Now, let's just say here that only 10% of that happens. Let's say it takes 6 months. Let's say only 1% of that happens and it takes 6 months, where it's just about 350 people. You'd be making over $1,000 a month. That is the power of social growth and having something that's ubiquitous, that everyone has, that everyone would like to see for less, and that's where Solavei steps in. So, I always like to go to some of the things that happen. I ask each Tuesday and Thursday night for the team to bring the things that they've seen online, some of the messages that we get here internally, and then some I happen to see myself. And this is one that I saw myself this weekend, and I just wanted to say it. Thomas Malone, you and your wife are absolutely incredible. I love what you said. You said, thanks to the income from Solavei, we're enjoying our time here in the Caribbean for our 10-year anniversary. And he posts on online, and I actually showed my wife this on Saturday. I said, is this not a cool post? I mean, look at those feet. I've never seen feet look so good, and it's amazing what a Solavei sign how good they can make feet look. But Thomas, you're incredible. I love the impact that Solavei's had on you. James Yates, he says, I was able to sign up 2 more people over the weekend who are excited to get started sharing and earning with Solavei. I love the extra earnings we're all making just by sharing Solavei with others. And what happened with them is they were no different than you tonight that's seeing this. Is they did the same thing that I talked about through the course of this. Number one, they got in. They said, you know what? If I'm going to have mobile service, I'm going to have it, where the price is better than I'm paying right now. More importantly, where the benefits go so much more than just mobile service. Number one, get in, become a social member. Number 2 is get social. Start sharing Solavei with everyone you know. When you come in, just don't do it one time. I always tell people, spend 30 days. Just go into My Solavei, into the system that we have, Outreach Manager, click share on Facebook, share on Twitter. We have hundreds of graphics that we provide our members. Share the social commercials. Do that every single day consistently for 30 days and watch what happens. When you run into somebody, say, listen, have you seen the fastest growing social commerce network in the United States today? Winning award after award and seeing literally tens of millions of dollars moving to people just by them doing what they do every single day. Go to socials.solavei.com at 5 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday or Thursday night and watch for yourself. Number 3, by being social, continuing to be social, is now you leading to not just free mobile service, the opportunity to have freedom. And what we do is we try to make this as simple as possible and as rewarding as possible, as fast as we can. So just by you sharing Solavei with others, you have, let's say, 3 people. And in your first month, we call this a fast action bonus. For every 3 people that enroll because of you in your first month, we're going to give you $50 for every 3 people, on top of that $5 a month coming off your mobile services bill, to where we can put immediately money directly into that card so you can see the stimulus and the activity and the excitement that Solavei can bring to our members. But between now, actually this has gone on for about a week now, and May 31st, we took this to a whole nother level, to where we put in place 50% off for the very first 2 months for each new Solavei member by May 31st. So you pick your rate plan, $29, $39, $49, $69, and I'll just use the example. Let's say it's $39 a month unlimited. For your first 2 months, you are only going to be paying about $19.50 per month for your first 2 months. Now, there is not another mobile operator in the United States today that is delivering that type of value on top of everything else. And what I loved hearing over the course of the last about 10 days that we've been doing this is hearing how many stories that we have where new members came in, saw this on a social, immediately started sharing with their friends because they're passing such a great value onto their friends. And because 3, 4, 5, and 6 enrolled themselves, they now actually have free mobile service themselves. Not just for a month or 2, but every single month those friends are also using their mobile phones. They've got free mobile service for themselves. So it's an incredible opportunity, not for you, just for you tonight, but also for everyone you share with here in the course of the next few days before May 31st, when this 50% offer actually ends. I want to thank all of you for being a part of this tonight and taking the time here for about 30 minutes to give me an opportunity to tell you everything about Solavei, why I'm so excited about it, we all here in the Pacific Northwest, and frankly our members all throughout the country. For you that are Solavei members, thank you for making Solavei what it is. Thank you for continuing to extend the vision of this company. We are at the very beginning of this company here in our first 18 months. To see what we've done already at this point is amazing. But to know that we have just begun, there's 300 million mobile phone users in the United States. Everyone that's here in the United States is using one of the primary services that Solavei will have. For all of you that are seeing this for the very first time, I hope that I get the opportunity to say some of my favorite words, which is this. Welcome to Solavei. Have a great night. God bless, and I look forward to being with you guys on Thursday night, live at 5 p.m. Pacific. Here again with you Thursday night. God bless.